Every step you take may be putting more pressure on your knees than you realize. And the frightening part is this: the damage often builds quietly for years before the stiffness, swelling, or pain finally appears. Most people believe knee problems are simply part of getting older. But what if the real problem is the way you walk every single day? Small mistakes in foot placement, posture, and movement can slowly increase stress inside the knee joint step by step. And once the protective cartilage becomes thinner, even simple activities like climbing stairs or walking through the grocery store may start feeling harder than before. But here's where things get surprising. One of these walking mistakes is so common that millions of people do it every day without noticing. Here's something most people never think about. Every time you take a step, your knees absorb pressure equal to 3 to 5 times your body weight. That means even a short walk can place hundreds of pounds of force directly onto your knee joints again and again throughout the day. Now imagine doing that with poor walking mechanics, stiff posture, or bad foot placement for years. The stress slowly builds over time. And if you walk mostly on hard surfaces, like concrete, tile, or asphalt, the pressure may become even harder on the knees. The surprising part is that these small daily habits often matter more than age itself. One of the biggest walking mistakes people make is striking the ground too hard with the heel. Most people don't even realize they're doing it. The foot lands far out in front of the body with the leg stiff and straight, and that sharp impact force travels directly through the ankle and into the knee joint. Imagine jumping off a small step and landing with locked knees. You instantly feel that jolt through your legs. Now imagine a smaller version of that happening thousands of times every single day while walking. Over time, this repeated stress may place unnecessary strain on the knees. The good news is that the fix is surprisingly simple. Try taking slightly shorter steps and landing with your foot closer underneath your body instead of far ahead. Softer, smoother steps may help reduce stress on the knees much more than people realize. Hard surfaces can quietly make knee stress much worse. If you spend most of your day walking on tile, concrete, or asphalt, the impact force traveling through your knees becomes stronger with every step. That's why walking awareness matters so much. The next time you walk, pay attention to where your foot lands. Is it slamming down hard in front of your body or landing softly underneath you? Small adjustments in foot placement and body awareness may reduce unnecessary pressure on the knees more than many people realize. The second walking mistake is much more subtle, but it may be even more damaging over time. Watch your knees carefully the next time you walk. Do they drift slightly inward with each step? Many people never notice this happening, but it places uneven pressure inside the knee joint. Instead of distributing weight evenly, the stress shifts heavily toward the inner side of the knee. Over time, this movement pattern may increase strain in that area more than normal. This is often called knee valgus. And for many older adults, it may help explain that familiar aching feeling on the inside of the knee after walking, standing too long, or climbing stairs. Some people notice their knees feeling unstable when getting out of a chair or stepping off a curb. Others feel stiffness first thing in the morning. Over time, this uneven pressure may increase the risk of osteoarthritis progression. The surprising part is that many people live with this movement pattern for years without ever recognizing it. So, why do the knees begin drifting inward in the first place? In many cases, the real problem starts higher up at the hips and glute muscles. These muscles help keep the legs aligned and stable while walking. But as people get older, the glutes often become weaker from long periods of sitting and less daily movement. When those muscles stop supporting the body properly, the knees begin compensating with every step. Instead of staying straight and stable, they slowly collapse inward to handle the pressure. Many older adults first notice this when walking feels less steady or stairs become harder to manage. The surprising part is that weak hips may quietly affect knee health far more than people realize. The good news is that small daily exercises may help improve knee alignment over time. One of the simplest things to focus on while walking is keeping your knees tracking over your toes instead of collapsing inward. It sounds small, but that awareness can make a meaningful difference. Strengthening the glutes and hips may also help support better movement patterns. Exercises like glute bridges, clamshells, and side leg raises are often recommended because they target the muscles that stabilize the hips and knees. The key is consistency. These movements do not need to be intense or complicated. Even a few minutes several times a week may help the body move with better balance and control during everyday walking. The third walking mistake surprises almost everyone because it starts with posture, not the feet. Many people walk with rounded shoulders, their head leaning forward, and their chest slightly collapsed. It often happens gradually from years of sitting, looking at phones, or spending long hours leaning forward. But this posture change may place much more pressure on the knees than people realize. When the upper body leans forward, the center of gravity shifts toward the front of the body. And when that happens, the kneecaps absorb extra stress with every single step. The muscles at the front of the thighs, called the quads, begin working overtime trying to stabilize the body. Over time, this may create that familiar pressure or aching feeling at the front of the knee, especially after stairs, long walks, or standing too long. Many older adults notice their knees feeling tight or sore after simple activities without realizing posture may be part of the reason. The good news is that even small posture improvements may help walking feel smoother and more balanced over time. There's another hidden habit that quietly makes all three walking mistakes worse: sitting too long without moving. After hours in a chair, the body becomes stiff and tight. The hip flexors shorten, the glutes become less active, and the lower body loses some of its natural stability. Then, many people stand up and immediately start walking before the muscles are ready. This creates what some experts call cold walking. The body moves before the hips, legs, and joints are fully activated. That's when posture collapses forward, steps become heavier, and the knees absorb more pressure than they should. Many older adults notice the first few steps after sitting often feel the stiffest and most uncomfortable. Before standing up after sitting for a long time, try taking just 30 seconds to wake up the muscles first. Flex your ankles a few times, gently squeeze your glutes, and slowly extend each knee while seated. These small movements help reactivate the muscles that support balance and walking posture. It may sound simple, but many people notice their first steps feel smoother and less stiff afterward. Sometimes the body doesn't need harder exercise, it simply needs a better reset before moving again. The important thing to remember is that small walking habits truly matter over time. Tiny changes in posture, foot placement, and movement awareness may help reduce unnecessary stress on the knees day after day. Healthy knees are not only about comfort, they help support independence, balance, confidence, and the freedom to keep doing everyday activities you enjoy. Many older adults simply want to walk comfortably again, climb stairs with less fear, or enjoy a morning walk without stiffness slowing them down. And the good news is that the body can still respond to better movement habits at any age. Walking comfortably again may feel more possible than you think.